sort of go the ego route. Especially where he is now. Like this is the thing. Like he's on such a platform. I mean, a platform where he's talking to everybody that's big in like the black community at the moment. Like that he should be using that as like, because everybody, like as I said, everybody knows about him, about his baby mothers and all this and all that, and he should be, rather than playing the bad boy, pretty boy, like, oh yeah, I can get away with whatever I want because my ego, whatever, and I can say these weird, like, I've seen a lot of interviews with him and some chicks, and it's just like, yo, Charlamagne, you need to stop, bro. If you've got kids and a wife, bro, you need to chill out. Like, it's getting cringe. Like, I'm cringing for him. Like, he's so weird. Like, that he feels that. I don't know what's going on with him, but I'm just saying that it's weird. Like, he shouldn't be doing that. He should have humbled. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's Charlamagne though. Has to be sent with attention. Yeah. He's done it in so many interviews as well, and it's just like, I think that might be part of the reason why they keep him on, because they're just like, well, he's that character. Everyone that comes on this show knows he is that character. Like, not only is he that character, that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so they got to sort of like deal with it when they shouldn't actually really even have to deal with it. He should have, as I said, humbled himself and gotten to that point where it's like it's no longer about putting your ego first. It's about, you know what I mean, getting the facts from the person. And when you're like butting in with people and be like, oh yeah, well, yeah, my thing is, well, it's not about you. You're a host on a show. There's a reason you're a host. It's not about you. It's about the people you have on. Like, that's the whole point of hosting people. Yep. Yeah. Especially calling yourself Charlamagne the God. Oh, the audacity, the actual audacity of it. Like, come on now, really? You're not a god. And fair enough, your name's Charlamagne, but God of himself. I would rip him apart, because the amount of interviews that I've seen where people have gotten to him on certain things, it's like, yeah, I know how to get to you, bro. I know how to do it. And the thing is as well, like, I've looked into him, like, he's got like the book out and whatever. I didn't read the book. I'm not that interested in him, to be fair. But I was interested enough to go back and see previous interviews, even when he was interviews with like Outkast and, you know, all of that. You know, because he's had it, like, bro, he's had interviews with it all. Like Beyonce, Jay-Z, all of that. All of like, everyone that you would think that is big in black music, he's had an interview with. So it's just like, I took it upon myself. I was like, you know what, let me actually see if, you know, there's anything to it. And it's just like, it's just arrogance. It's just pure ego and arrogance. As you said, he's always trying to one up the person. And it's not about that. You're a host. You're not the celebrity. Like, stop trying to be the celebrity. Like, makes no sense. Mm-hmm. That's the thing as well. You saying that, but it's not even a joke. He's always in frame. Always in frame. From start to finish, he's always in frame. Even sometimes, I've seen interviews where he's been in frame more than the person he's had on. And it's just like, what? That don't even make no sense. Like, oh my god. Yeah, might as well. Just have him on and people on. That's it. Oh mate, giving him his own show, that would be it. That would be it. It's like, just, I don't know what monster you'd create out of that, but it wouldn't be a good one. It would be one that would just run with it and probably run himself into the ground, to be fair. And that's the thing, you notice how everybody else on the show is nothing like that at all. Everybody's trying to be accommodating, and it's only him that's trying to bring up stuff and trying to be like, oh, so, you know, this happened to me, blah, blah. And specifically the person already said, I'm not on here for that. And they say in the interview, I'm not here for that. And he's like, no, but you know, Charlemagne, like, do you want to get messed up on your own show? Like, like, do you, like, because they're ready to do, like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with them. Yeah, some people are ready to do him a thing because they know what he's about and what he's gonna say. Like, they're ready. Like, it's just, I don't know. Well, they're outnumbering us now, so, you know, I guess the majority wins. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It doesn't really matter whether, you know, you're right or wrong anymore. It's all about your feelings and whether they were hurt or not, so... I mean, I don't know. Oh my, this is how ridiculous this is. Oh my god, I was actually chatting about this about a couple of days ago. Like, about how people pick and choose, especially liberals, these far leftists, they pick and choose. And it's like, you want to believe all of the science behind climate change and all that. You want to believe like the science, all the meteorologists, the geologists, all that evidence. You want to put all them stats together, but as soon as it comes to, oh, but there's only two genders, you want to flip the script like, no, science can't, no, we can get that. What are you talking about? You can't take science for one thing and then deny it for another. Science is absolute. It's fact. Like, what are you doing? That makes no sense. You wanna take science on for some things, but you don't want to take it on for others. That makes no sense. Science is, you know what I mean? It is what it is across the board. No matter who looks at it, who interprets it, it's exactly the same, which is why they come up with the whole algebraic equations or whatever, so it can be translated over to other languages, and there wouldn't, well, not even translated, it was just a way of being able to show it to other people across the world and they'd understand it instantly because it's a universal way of getting formulas. So it's just like, you want to deny one part of that but accept another part of that. I don't know. Like, it's weird. It's weird to me. It don't make no sense. Like, oh, his newest one. This is the newest. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Full health.
Yep. Yep. And and the thing that's the craziest thing as well is what this is one thing I've like. This is what makes me think these people think the world revolves around them. Is where they're like, alright, well, I can't feel the spin, or I can't go up to this certain height and see the curvature. I'm sorry, you're what an ant is to you on the planet is what you are to the solar system on this planet. Think about that. Really think about that. You know what I mean? Like, think about the impact of that. Not even to what you are to an ant on this planet, to what you are to an ant to the flipping solar system. That's how big a leap it is. It's astronomical. Of course you're not a celestial body. Why the hell would you feel effects of anything celestial then? You know what I mean? You're not a planet, you're not a sun, you're not a star, you're not a white dwarf, you're not a brown dwarf, you're not a black hole, you're not a comet, you're not a meteor. You know what I mean? Like, you're not an asteroid. So you're not going to feel the effects of these huge celestial bodies it's just, as I said, it's the audacity of people. It's ridiculous. Like, you're important to you and the people that know you on this planet. Of course you are, to a certain extent. But to the universe, you're just a thing in between atoms, I guess, and that made it. That didn't die. That's still lighting up stuff whenever people look at you. Like, it's just weird. Yes. But wouldn't that be part of the process as well? If you're going to experience the whole spectrum of things being the universe, then you would have those dumb... Yeah, because you have to, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even though we'd be happier without it, and, you know, like, quality of life would be a lot better, but you still have to have the crap with the good. No matter what instance of it is, and that remains an absolute fact in science. You know, there's always this sort of thing of there's a balance of things. So, no matter how powerful a black hole is on the other side of the universe, there is a well, I don't know if they call them white holes anymore. There's probably another name for them, but it's where the energy shoots out on the other side, and it's the most dense, most concentrated thing that will, you know, just tear through anything. So, you know what I mean? Even the extremes have their polar opposites, so therefore everything in the universe is going to have that. So, once you take that on board, you also have to accept the stupid with the smart. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. And that's something that, like, precedes us as beings. That's something we could never even begin to even try to imagine to change. Because that's an absolute, that's not something, well, it might not even be an absolute, but we're not at that level where we can comprehend how to even go about changing that. So yeah. That mad thing. Oh. Yo. What about that? Mushroom that did my damage. Okay. Alright. Got about that. Oh, what is this again? Eden's? Oh, Purity. Overall stat boost. Okay. Oh yeah, I was doing a ting with Noctis. Like, yo. Yeah, oh, it got real. Oh my. I clocked some stuff about him and that was it. That was it. Like, yeah. Oh, he can do some madness. Like, his, like, zoning and being able to close the distance is actually ridiculous. Like, borderline, I'm like, yo, like, he's kind of a bit OP. Like, if you know how to use it, bro, you can mess heads up. Like, actually just defeat them. Like, that's it, they're done. Like, oh my god. Yeah, they did it. You know, I'm kind of glad that there's that character in the game now that I actually like for once. It's a character I like, that I want to use. And obviously, yeah, people will say he's broken in some aspects of it, and there are some aspects of me, you know, you can kind of see where they try to balance it, but it's great, and it's just like, no, just hide him, bro, just hide him. Like, don't balance him, bro, just hide him, innit? That's what they want, and it's true, that is exactly what we wanted from Noctis, to be that guy, to just do the thing. Like, I mean, even more so, you could have given us Slay as well, but I mean, that's, you know, wishful thinking at this point. Because, yeah, I mean, the community's wanted it for so long. As I said, I don't think it's going to happen. But, you know, they're giving us someone, like, fun to play with, and someone who kind of turns the tables on a lot of characters that were bullshit to deal with. Now you can just be like, well, I got this, deal with this now. Like, it's just like, deal with me now, like, you can't handle this. Yeah. Even with Law now, Law is completely trivialized with Noctis. Like, Law's not even a thing, because you don't have to be anywhere near him to mess him up. Nowhere near him, bro, nowhere near him. He gets none of those combos off on you, you're just blessed. Even that stupid flip crap that he's doing, nah, you're nowhere near him for him to do that to you. Like, he's just done. and man will just use heavy sword before you've even tried to do a low kick. So you've taken heavy sword to the face, jab you with the spear, throw the dagger as you're coming up to get in your face. Like, bro, Noctis is ridiculous. Ridiculous, but I love it. It's, yeah, perfect to be included. Actually, that's a lie. Great Sword goes mid, low, so it will hit mid and low, and then if you're using Great Sword from, I think it's from crouching or from neutral, it will do high, mid and low. So if they're coming at you, you can cover the full range. and there is one that's mid and low. I think that's the one where you dash in. It's mid and low. Yeah, I think the dash in. Well, it doesn't actually do a dash in. It's just depicted as that on the controls. You'd see, oh, it's dash, but it's not actually dash. It's just pressing at that quickly, and then you do that. But yeah, he's got some naughty like coverage. Yeah, the roll's good. Have you done the teleport one, the one backwards? So after you do like the dagger, you can cancel that. Right, so you can like go up to throw the dagger. You can cancel it and then go into the teleport dodge, which is him just phasing out backwards. Or what you can do is you can do the phase out backwards and then throw the dagger. So as they would be coming towards you, thinking, oh, he's just dodged backwards, you literally just do the most close in rush thing, and then you can just wail on them, because no one's ever expecting that. No, and the thing is, not a lot of people do it. You don't actually see people doing it. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm gonna see if I can put some videos up today of the footage I got when I was doing the whole Noctis thing in the tournaments and that, because there's some craziness that happens where it's just like, yeah, completely outclassed by Noctis. Like, and bearing in mind, like, I've only ever used him that one day, so it's not like I've had like time to use him or whatever. I literally just picked him, was like, yeah, tournaments. Didn't go in practice mode, nothing, just went straight into tournaments. I'm like, yep, boom, let's see how people want to play. Then I just figured them out. Oh, this rat needs to die. No. Get it. Oh. So this is going to be double boss. Yeah, because I've got to Excel floor. That's bad. Yeah, I mean, it's not really directed at anybody. I just, you know what I mean, just said it. Because why not, innit? Like, boom. Gotta be a bit different, you know what I mean? My skin isn't the only thing to be different, you know, so... Oh! I took it there! See, this is the thing as well, I never take it there. Like, that to me is, like, for the people that actually do that, I'm like, that's the most pettiest, most pathetic thing. Like, you're using something that was the most atrocious and most horrible thing as a crutch to, like, get a one-up on someone. What? Like, you're not even being oppressed now. There's no reason to do that. Like, there's absolutely no reason. There is no... We have equal status. Why are you trying to mess it up for us? We're good. We're doing so good right now. Like, why do you want to put us back? Like, I don't get it. I actually don't understand it. It's ridiculous. Exactly. And you want to know the wickedest thing? Hello. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, my things were doing this weird thing. But yeah, what I was gonna say, the wickedest thing, like, Out of all the races that have ever been like racist towards me, the one that has been the most racist towards me was this one, the black dude that I knew. The most hateful, like insecure, most alpha, beta, omega, just waste man, bruv. Like, throughout that, well, it works as him basically seeing me like outside school. He's usually in his brother's car. Joe Benjamin is his name, by the way. This is going on stream. Don't give a fuck. Fuck that dude. Fuck is like. I hate him. I hope he dies. I hope he is dead. I hope he, or not even that, or I hope he has to deal with a similar situation that I had to deal with him. And because this is the thing, yeah, it's like, bearing in mind, I'm going to school at that time, yeah, where it's predominantly white. I don't have a problem with that. My primary school was that as well. I live in a white area. I'm fine with that. I'm blessed with that. But when, you know, you start learning more about, you know, different races, and then I start sort of learning more about, you know, the whole black thing and the slavery and all of that. And then to have, in the time of when I thought we most needed to be united, like, especially when we are the literal minority, this dude, for some reason, to this day, I don't know what I ever done. I know one thing I did to him, which was not intentional. I didn't go out of my way to do this or whatever. This was actually just a bonus, like, of me getting a one-up on him without even meaning to, because I had no idea. But, like, yeah, so think about it. Every day after school, you're walking back, you know, you know you're different, and then just as this car comes past, oh, you black this, you nigger this, and like literally shouting out of the car to me, because no one else he's shouting out to, because the rest of the dudes that are there are white. So, huh? Yeah, bro, how have I never told you about this? How have I never told you about this, bruv? How have I actually never told you about this? Yes! Yes! This was yes! Think of how messed up I was in the head! Think of how confused I was about that. Because that was one of those things as well, where I was like, alright, you know what? Like, for the first few times it happened, I was like, alright, maybe he's just trying to get my attention. Like, I didn't really think of it as like, oh, there was anything wrong. You know what I mean? I'm young, innit? Like, I'm not, I don't really know what's going on. He's younger than me as well, by the way. So, he's younger than me. His brother is a year above me. 2 years above me. So, at this time, he's already like out of school, he's driving, whatever, and blah, blah, blah. He knows summers. And so, this flipping waste man of a guy that I could only, like, it's so weird. It's actually so weird because it's weird to even be like, yeah, the most racist thing I've ever had done to me was by a black person. Like, and that was through a huge part of my life as well. That was throughout of high school, by the way. That was literally, throughout high school. And I think maybe around the end of year 10, like, it kind of tapered off. Like, it was just like, this is the thing, I don't know. Yeah, there must have been something. There had to have been something. And I don't know why he singled me out for that. Because I was blessed with everybody else. And, like, I remember, like, oh, God. At that time, so, he's younger than me. When I went there, there was probably about, I'm not even joking, maybe about 6 of us out of 1,500 students. So, yeah. So when he came in, bearing in mind, he's 2 years younger than me, but he was the year below me. So, you know what I mean? So he was on the tail end, basically. So, by that time, they had like, in the younger years, like the year below me, they already had put a few more black people. We'd had a couple from different schools come transfer into our year. So, you know what I mean? They were diversifying, they were getting more in. So yeah, that happened, and I think I was in maybe year 9, year 10. It might have been year 10, and there was this chick he was into. I didn't fucking know that. All I know was I see this chick, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do a thing. She was a year below me. I was like, boom, let's do the thing. Her friends are friends of my friends. Let's do this. And then I started getting these phone calls saying the same thing that he was saying, shouting out the car when I'm walking home from school, bruv. And first thing I'm like, how did you get my number? Like, you is resourceful. Like, I don't know who gave you my number, but whoever did that, they need to die immediately. I don't know who did that, or maybe you figured out that maybe he tricked someone. Maybe he was just, oh, you know, I want to talk to him because maybe he tricked someone, so maybe I can't say that person needs to die. Maybe, you know, they might have just got fooled by him. Because this guy wasn't an idiot. Like, that's the wickedest thing. He's not an idiot. Like, and, so yeah, I'm getting phone calls and that. And I can't remember what happened, but I ended up finding out that it was him that was calling me, because obviously I was with the chick that he had always wanted to be with, but she was never interested into him. And I remember me being with her, she would tell me, it's just like, yeah, fuck that guy, he's an arsehole. Like, literally, like, kind of for me, I was like, yes, my arch enemy is getting crapped on by the person he loves with me. Like, I'm on this thing, one up. But it wasn't really that petty for me. It wasn't really about that. I was genuinely like, I wanted to know what the issue was. Like, you've done this for so many years, and now you're doing this while I'm like, I didn't intentionally go, oh yeah, because he's interested in her, I'm gonna take him away, like her away from him. Like that wasn't my game. I'm not that person. I never have been, and I mean, unless something drastic happens where I have to become that guy, but I don't think I ever will be that guy. So, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. And then I remember he called me, and I remember being up at my sister's, up at my dad's at the time. I was talking to my sister about it, and I was like, look, this dude keeps hounding me. I don't know what to do about this. Like, you know, his brother's older than me, and I don't really want to get into an altercation. Like, just kid stuff, innit? Like, I'm worrying about things that aren't really gonna transpire. And then I remember my sister got onto the phone to him and just went off at him, like off. And these are the times of where, like, my sister knew Dizzy and Lady Fury and all them. So, like, right, real talk, if she wanted a thing to go down, it would have happened, and that, God forbid, like, I never wanted that to be a thing, innit? Like, that's not me. I wholeheartedly believe I could, you know, sort of talk my way out of anything, or talk down the situation and rationalize everything. And, you know what I mean? That it never had to come to me having to fuck a dude up, or having to resort to bullshit tactics to deal with a situation that didn't even need to escalate to where it was. And then, like, he just was a bitch about it, and he just kept being a bitch about it. And then after a while, I didn't really hear from him or whatever. I don't know if anything happened to him or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna ask, I'm not gonna try and find out if anything did. I'm just gonna chill and be like, cool. And then, not too long after that, saw him again. You know when someone gives you screw face, they're not gonna say nothing to you, but they give you screw face as if, like, yeah, like, you know what I'm gonna say, you know what you're gonna get out of the conversation if you try to talk to me. So I'm like, alright, cool, I see what you're still about. And then it's just, yeah, man, just the biggest waste, man, bro. Like, literally, like, and that's what I mean, like, and then that's what a lot of people don't realise. Like, they think, you know, racism only comes from the other side. No, it doesn't. Like, the person that was the most racist to me was another black person, younger than me as well. How mad is that? That they were in such a position. Yeah. Hmm. But to be saying it, no. But he was in his brother's car, and his brother was like, he was in sports in the school. His brother wasn't a waste man, bro. This is what I mean. Like, I didn't think of his brother as being a waste man until then, when I saw him letting his little brother shout those things out of his car, and I'm just like, you're the biggest waste man. You're not even showing him a better way of things. You're just letting him do it, and you're enabling it. Like, you're letting him get away with it. You're not telling him, no, you can't say that, stop saying that. You're laughing. You know what I mean? At your younger, like, your sibling saying that to another kid, that, like, what is going on? Like, what was going on with that family or whatever at that time, that they felt that was alright? And gotta think, like, thank God I wasn't a weaker-minded person, or I wasn't, you know, so easy to just sort of, like, give into that. But any person weaker than me might have killed themselves over that. When I say it was every day, bro, this was years, and I didn't know where this. And it wasn't just out, like, I'll be coming like out of school. Sometimes I'll be walking, I'll be going down the shop or whatever. I'll be coming back from the field or playing out and that, and then you'd be coming past and you just shout it out. You know what I mean? So it didn't really matter. It wasn't just tethered to school, bro. This is a ongoing thing. I'm just saying, years in school it was going on for, and most people would have, that would have been the end of them. But this was in and out, and it's just like, I think the confusion is what sort of made me go, you know, I need to understand this, or try to rationalize this, because this is so weird and odd. Like, someone who should never be doing that to me is now being the main thing, and it's so weird. Like, that's why I don't really say much about it to people, because it is so odd and it is just so backwards, and you just be like, you gotta be making out, mate. That don't make no sense. Like, why is that happening? But it happens, of course it does. It is, it really is. Yeah, and that's what I had to go through. Like, me thinking about it now, I should have fucked his ass up. I should have just literally beat sense into him. But I wasn't about that. That wasn't me. And even now, me saying that, I'm like, I should have done that. It wouldn't have solved the problem. It would have just made it worse, because then it would have just fed the animosity, and it would have just escalated even further. So it's a good job that I wasn't aggressive about it. I just tried to ignore it as much as I can and just went about my way. You know, I never tried to instigate anything with him. I was just, you know what, like, I'm not even going to give him the time of day for any of it. And it's really weird as well when you're walking home with, especially your white friends, and a black person in a car shouts out black racial slurs at you when you're with your white friends, bruv. You can't explain that to nobody. You can't be like, what do you say to anybody at that point? Nothing. You know what I mean? I'm what, like 14, 15 at the time, bruv. You know what I mean? I'm just about finding out about myself, let alone trying to have to deal with this flipping waste man idiot that's doing this. Like, it's ridiculous, mate. Actually ridiculous. But there's that side of things, which is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I can laugh about it now, but then I didn't know what to think. I had no idea what to do. I didn't know who to tell. I just didn't tell anybody. I just kept it to myself. I said, you know what? How do you explain this to anyone? Like, it sounds ludicrous even to yourself. So how can you begin to try and tell someone else about it? Like, it's mad. And I think one time I might even have tried to tell maybe one of the teachers about it, but I think they just dismissed it so quickly and just waved it off and was like, well, of course, 99% of what's here is white. But cool. Yeah, pretty much. They're not going to touch that subject. Of course they're not. They're just going to pretend it never happened, which I don't blame them for. At that time, it's a volatile subject. It really is. And you can't comfort me on the side of things of that my own people can. And I even hate saying my own people, because everybody on the planet are my own people. You know what I'm saying? Everyone here is my own people. I don't care, black, white, brown, green, whatever. You're my own people. Even animals, my own people. We all share the planet. Everything here, my own people. We're all part of the same kind, which is the universe. So, you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted with that. I never saw any sort of differences or whatever, because I wasn't brought up to see any differences. You know, a person was a person to me. It didn't matter whether you're white, black, green, whatever. You're a person. So I'm seeing you for you and not for what you look like. And that's been a great thing. One of the best things for me in my entire life, because then it gave the chance for me to know people like you, and you know, people that I've known in my area, all of that, and be more accepting, especially when I've gone abroad and all of that. You know, I've been way more open-minded about, you know, talking to people, new cultures, and that. It's been awesome. But it's just, it could have been so easy for me to just be like, yeah, fuck all of them. I'm just gonna be one of them guys that's just like, yeah, the white man, this guy about. It would have been so easy, so easy. Mhm. Mhm. Yep. Over 500 years, bruv. But that's the thing. But at the same time, I'm part of that culture, I'm part of that race, and I still can't comprehend whatever happened in the past. I can't comprehend that. I weren't there. I don't know anyone that was there. You know what I mean? Like, there is no direct link to that. Obviously, there's my other hardships, whatever, but that's a different thing. My ancestry, that's the next thing. But I'm just saying, in regards to that, I weren't there. My mum weren't there. My dad weren't there. My uncles, you know what I mean? So, like, I didn't. For one, there was no point in me trying to like blame anybody or whatever for anything, because I'd already felt in myself was that, well, they're not to blame. They're not the same people that did that. Just the same as when I was learning about Hitler in flipping history class in flipping year 8. I know that every other German on the planet at that time wasn't to blame for what Hitler did. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You know, so I'd already known that wasn't a thing, and known that you know, I can't be blaming these people for it. And also, it was never a problem for me. You know what I mean? Like, and as I said to you, the most racist person to me was another black person, bruv. Like, and that's ridiculous to say. Like, even saying it now is still, I'm still like, what the fuck? That's so weird. Like, it sounds like a joke. It sounds like something someone would tell as a joke to someone. Yeah, it does. It sounds like something on Boondocks, bruv. That's a Boondocks skit right there. You know what I mean? Riley's guy in school, and then another Uncle Ruckus is like nephew's there and starts taking a piss at Riley. That's what it sounds like, bruv. It doesn't sound like a real life thing, but it was, and it was years of it, and I didn't know what to make of it. I was confused. I was just like, I'm just gonna ignore it. Like, what can I do about it? I can't tell anyone about it, because either no one's going to believe me, or it sounds just so ludicrous that it's just like, he was like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, you're a child, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just, it's absolutely, me for one, if I had a kid that came to me with that, I still would not even be able to be like, I can tell you to do. I wouldn't know how to deal with it, because I still don't know how to deal with it. Like, I don't know how to deal with that. Like, I never dealt. Exactly, and older me now, like, as humble as I am, I'd rather knock him out than invite him over. Because I know him, I went to school with him, I feel like, just, you know what I mean, that one time, it's not even about me being the alpha, you know what the wickedest thing, you know what the most jokes thing is, after I came back from Prague, this is one of my little petty moments where I kind of got one up on him without having to. I was coming back, had my luggage with me and that, and I just come out of the shop because, I just come out of the shop because I was putting something on my Easter, and I see him and his mum was going off at him for something. You know when someone's face is sad, they know they've messed up, like they've done wrong, and all their berating that they're getting from their parent is more than deserved. And I just remember, I looked at him. He knew. I looked at him, but without smiling or being smug, the eyes conveyed like, yeah, you little bitch. I've seen you at your most vulnerable. I've seen you at baby level. Your mum's going off at you. The person that gives you birth is going off at you, mate, in public. So you don't know you messed up. You know what I mean? Like, I conveyed all this with a look. Like, and that to me, I was like, boom, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. Karma did it. That is enough for me. I don't need any more than that. I remember I saw him, looked him dead in his eye, and that was it. That's all I needed. And I was just like, yep, in front of me, like, hear the whole thing, I'm there, and bear in mind, I was in a good mood as well, so this just elevated me. Well, I was like, alright, cool, the universe has got my back, it's cool. As you know what I mean, it's such a small thing, and for me, I say that's petty for me, because it's like, I don't know, they could have been going through some stuff, it could have been a mad thing, but no, I don't care. I'm gonna have that one little thing, because it's not like I'm putting it in his face or whatever. Like, I took that silently. Like, I just took it away with me, and then I was like, yeah, that's my moment. That's me. That's what I get out of that. That is my sort of my reimbursement of what I had to go through. Like, I'm good with that. But yeah. But you know what? Even though I say I got something like that, I still feel bad. Because I'm still like, I don't know what was going on with him. Maybe he might have needed help, or, you know, that it might have been a bad time. Even in that, I was still the selfless. Like, this is the thing. Like, young me was incredibly selfless and always wanted to help people. Always wanted to know how things worked. Couldn't understand why people weren't happy, or why people didn't have good things, and why people were going through bad things. I always had to understand why, which is why, I'd never say no to people. I always help people. If someone had a problem, I'd want to know about it, because then that would help me, maybe help other people, and that. I was incredibly selfless, to the point of, it was to my detriment at one point, but we ain't getting into that. But that was me through and through, and that still is me. It still is me. That is who I am at my core, and that's something I realise I cannot ignore. I can't, push it to the side. I can't be like, oh, well, this is more important. That side of me is one of the biggest and most important sides of me, and when I start neglecting that, that's when bad things start to happen. That's when I'm not functioning at, the right level, and thinking properly about things. And even in that moment of, this is your one up on him, I was still like, what if he actually needed help? What if I feel bad now? Like, I had my one, that was enough for me to feel good about everything he had put me through. but at the same time I was sort of like, what if, you know, there was something actually going on? I don't know. Like, I was getting a one-up on something I had no idea about. You know, what if he's like, one of his grandparents died, or his cousin died, or, you know what I mean? Like, what if it was something really, like, and, like, it was just a situation. Yeah, that's what I mean. And that's the thing, yeah. So even in that moment, bruv, I was still, like, I can't even be that guy. You know what I mean? I can't be that guy that goes away with the one-up, feeling good about it. Like, yeah, I thought okay about it for a while, but then obviously the part of me came in and was like, fuck, what if actually something was wrong? And what if me saying something to him, being, you know, like, just being inquisitive and just like, oh, yo, you cool? Is everything okay here? What if that had changed? You know, obviously I'm not saying that it would have, but just those sort of things. Because I'm, you know what I mean? I'm not that guy that gets off and getting one up on people or whatever, and that. I mean, if someone really did me wrong, then it does feel good to, you know, have like a little one up, but mine are silent. It's not like I'm doing it in his face. Especially at that time when I saw him as well. Like, I didn't need to do and none of that. Take it with me. That's my thing. Like, to take away from. Yeah, I still felt guilt. Yeah, and to this, like, it's just part of me. It's not and that part of me, if I neglect it, bad things happen, and I've had all the evidence I need to know that that's exactly what happens. So I'm just, you know, it's moderation, knowing who to, you know what I mean, and blah blah, but that's the next thing. But yeah, so yeah, you heard about that little fucking crazy, just like, it don't make sense. It literally doesn't make sense. Like, if I was to say this to you without you knowing me or anything about me, and I just randomly said this all to you, like, you just like, what are you talking about, man? Like, that's mad. Like, no, it's believable. I mean, if what I should have said, if I'd met you at the same time when it was going on, then at that time I feel like you would have been like, that don't make no sense. Like, for us being that age then, like, you wouldn't have been able to comprehend it. Like, it would have just been above you as it was above me. Like, it didn't make any sense. But obviously it came down to, obviously he's going through whatever he's going through in his life and that, and he's taken out on someone. I just happened to be that person, but at the end of the day I did him nothing wrong. So it's not even like it was retaliation, it was just, oh yeah, I'm gonna go after that guy for no reason kind of thing. So it's just alright. I mean, I guess I just have to deal with that shit. And it's not like I could kind of go up to, you know, one of the white teachers and be like, yeah, oh, this black guy's being racist to me. That does not compute. They're not touching that subject. That makes no sense. Exactly, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Exactly, what do you do? What would you do? I don't know what I'd do. That's ridiculous. Yeah, edit. Oh, mate. Yeah, edit. Teach about that. I beg you, because I needed help with that. No, that is cool though. Obviously, I understand. I understood what the situation was, which is why I didn't say anything. Because it's not like it would have been made any better. It would have just, like, they weren't ready for that. Neither was I. No one was ready for that at that time. So I just kept it to me. Like, there we go. Man, I thought I told you about that. Yeah, that's... Yeah. True. On that note, I'm just gonna go have a quick rollie. Be right back. Oh, and I'm live streaming right now. I just remembered I'm live streaming, so all of that is just alright. Cool, we're sick. Realness. Right, I'll be back. That's too much. I might have to delete this live stream, by the way. That's because your voice ain't even in it, so it's just me going off. It's just me going off, bruv. I'm deleting this. I'm deleting it. It's gonna have to be. It can't be a one-sided me just nah. Yeah, it's getting deleted. Anyway, be right back. Yagi, yo, yeah. People fucking this shit in my garden. It's like, it's non-stop. Just like someone always has to be fucking with something that is attached to this house, or like, I don't know, bruv. I don't know. Like, maybe in the past life I was Vlad the Impaler or something. Maybe this is just the karma for that. I don't know. Actually, to be fair, if my past life was Vlad the Impaler, my karma would be way worse than that. No. Yeah, it's all good. Mm-hmm.